I think the 3 players that's available right now to help us really get over the hump, 3 of them is available. One of them we could go get right now. We're not gonna do it because Jeff Palioka is petty, but it's Chennedy Carter. We need Chennedy Carter. Jeff isn't gonna do that. The second player we could go get is an Arike. We can make a trade. We could put a trade package around Camila Cardoso and put in our rights to swap that the pick with Connecticut, and we could probably get Arike. Or we could make a trade with Connecticut, which is probably be difficult because Connecticut probably already mad at us. Connecticut feel like we fleeced them already. But to bring Mabry back. Because one thing Mabry did show me she could do, she could play the 1, right? She can play the 1 a little bit. She's slow. She don't have no athleticism. And she almost hurt my girl today. Like, with her pushing, the way she pushes, we'll drop the link, Nate, if you want to pull up. I ain't get to your comment yet, but I see you just wrote something. If anybody want to pull up, y'all can pull up. We could talk. Yeah. So Mabry hurt Ariel Atkins today, pushing her, and she was pushing her all day. Like, yo, that's the one thing I hate about Mabry game. The same thing I hate about CC game. Right. This is one of the things I hate about Caitlin Clark as well. But the pushing off, the offensive fouls is annoying to me. I hate that. Like, I hate that. And Mabry and CC, they do it the most in the league. But today, Mabry did it to us, and she hurt Ariel Atkins on one of them, pushing off. But yeah, outside of that, she could help us at a point guard position, right? Robert Jones says, beat who you're supposed to, Rob. Now, that's a fact. You got to win the game you're supposed to win. Nubian says, the Sky are still one of the worst teams because we have no perimeter defense. I mean, that's a fact. That's absolutely a fact. They did play defense today, at least in the fourth quarter. Let me say that. They played defense in the fourth quarter today. But they did play some defense today. But that's a fact. If you don't play no defense, you're not beating nobody. Marcus says, if Angel gets voted, and it's gonna be a lot of hating. It's gonna be hating regardless, though, Marcus. Let them hate. To me, I'm gonna be honest with you. Angel, the beginning of Angel, we only 12. I think this they 12. What is this? They was. So they 3-7 now, 7-8 months. So this is 10th game. This is 10th game for Chicago. Angel's first, let's say, 5 games wasn't good. Might even be more than that. Actually, no, because she had some good games in between. She had some good games in between them bad games. So let's just say 5. Let's say she 5-5. So let's say she had 5 good games and 5 bad games. As long as she continue playing good from here on out, Marcus, she's an all-star. Because today was an all-star. Today she played like an all-star. Against the Liberty, she played like an all-star. Against Atlanta, she played more of a solid game. But as long as she continue being our emotional leader and playing well for us, she's an all-star. And then you got to add into the fact that she's the most popular player in the game today. Regardless if you want to say that popularity is people loving her or people hating her, she's the most popular one. So she's going to get voted in. She's going to get votes. I mean, it is what it is. All she got to do is put together the work on the floor now. And the way she's playing right now today, going off her last 3 games, starting from the Liberty game, she's playing like an all-star right now, right? Like I said, 17-11 versus the Liberty. I got to pull up the stats. I think she had 15 against Atlanta. And today was an all-star. It was a low scoring triple double. It'd look more like all-star number like if she had like 17, 18. The fact that she had 11, it looks, but it's up to her to play well from here on out. She'll be an all-star. Donna Cox was good. Big girl says, Jemima, she had 8 points. I expected more from her, just like Kia Stokes and Dana. See, the reason why I'm not worried about her 8 points, though, big girls, because she's coming off the bench. You got to have the minutes to put up numbers. She don't get minutes like that. And I don't know how many minutes she played today. I got to take a look at it. But I do know those 8 points when she came in was impactful because she started scoring like right away. In fact, they took away one of her threes because it was at the buzzer. So she would have had 11. But I'm not too mad at her because of the minutes she played. Now, if she was starting, big girl, if she was starting and only had 8, I would agree with you. But the fact that she came off the bench, you know, I'm not too mad at that. Oh, I'm gonna just call you Washington, big bro. Your name is Pauls. I'm gonna call you Washington. He says Alicia Gray, Wacko Golden Hawks. I do not understand what that means, but I read your comment. You feel me? Donna Cox says, how are you, Brooklyn? I'm doing well. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How are you doing? Marcus says Anissa can't guard Angel. I want to say she can guard Angel. I think they both could guard each other, Marcus. You know, they both could guard each other. They both have different types of skills. I would say this about Anissa, though. Anissa in the same boat Angel is in, or at least was in last year, right? Because Anissa is coming in trying to learn how to play the small forward position. So it's going to take her time to be the Anissa that y'all know and love from college because she's trying to learn a new position. Philip says, I don't know if saw the game when they played the Atlanta Dream, but it showed the video where Angel wasn't listening to Tyler, but she was talking with one of the assistant coach and not him. I mean, listen, man, stop over analyzing. People, you get mad at people sometimes. It happens. Angel and Tyler Marsh is fine. Maybe that was a moment in time where, and I don't even know if this happened. I didn't see it, but I'm going off of what you said. Maybe it was a moment in time where Angel wasn't feeling Tyler Marsh in that moment. She still has a lot of respect for her coach. You could tell by the way they was talking today. So don't read too much into things that don't need to be read into. Nubian says Angel is still averaging double doubles in her point. Yeah, I think she's 10 and 11 or something like that, or 10 and 10 or something like that. ADP says, hey, Brooklyn Child, was good, ADP. Jemima says the last 5 on the court: Angel, HVL, Camilla, Ariel, Michaela need to start the third quarter and finish in the fourth. Okay, they definitely need to figure something out for the third quarter because that's when they start getting blown out. Jackie says Angel All Star. She got my vote. She definitely got my vote, Jackie. They gonna be mad, Jackie. She got my vote. Nubian says I voted for Paige. I was thinking about voting for Paige. Here's the only reason why I didn't, and I think Paige, talent-wise, deserved to be an all-star. But the fact that their record is where it's at, I didn't. They have nothing to do with Paige, though, because I don't think Paige is the reason their record is where they at. But the fact that their record is where they at is why I didn't vote for Paige. But I thought about it. I saw Paige's name, and I was about to vote for her, but I was like, I can't vote for a 1-11 team. I can't do that. So that's why I didn't. But I'm not mad at you for voting for Paige because I definitely would like to see Paige in the All-Star game. Donna Cox says Michaela was in her natural position. That's why she played better. Listen, I need to see some what's her name? Maddie Westbeld. But here's the thing, and y'all gonna get mad. The only way we're gonna see more Maddie Westbeld is if we see less Michaela Onyenwere. Because he's playing Michaela Onyenwere pretty much as like a backup four. So I would love to see what Maddie Westbeld provides with Angel, out there with Camilla. Just a space, you know, I would love to see what that lineup looks like. But I guess I gotta wait. Definitely don't be too hard on the rookies. Got to give the rookies grace. Shout out to Big Girl. Shout out to Jackie. Got to give the rookies grace. I 1000% agree with that. That don't mean we can't critique them, though. We got to critique them. Critiquing them and hating is two different things. Right? Critiquing them just means I know you could get better. I know you got this in your bag. I know you could do this, and I want to see you do it. So there's nothing wrong with critiquing the rookies. ADP says, I'm good. Dundana. I'm good. Dundana. How are you? I do believe Dallas will get it together too. But I do believe they need to make some changes to their lineup though. Page needed 3, get Michaela. That'll be a trade. I was putting Kia Nurse in a trade, but Michaela's also an option. You put Michaela in the trade, and like I said, maybe a Camilla, maybe a Michaela, something like that. And then, like I said, we're gonna have to give up. And we want Arike, and I know y'all don't want Arike, but I want Arike. If I want Arike, it's gonna have to be. They're gonna have to give up that right to swap with Connecticut. And they're going to have to send that to Dallas. So we'll see what happens with that. Paige says, my all-star vote front court was Angel, Stewie, Asia, Fee, Satu, AT. I respect that. That's respectable. Hey, speaking of AT, though, just reminded me of the Phoenix Suns. Kai Copper was back today, y'all. She looked good. She didn't score big points, but she looked good. She had a nice little backdoor cut to get a layup. That Phoenix team, listen, man. Atlanta, this in my notes too. Atlanta, because I said this in my last live. I said, you got contenders, and we know who the contenders are. But then you got teams that we trying to figure out, are they pretenders or are they contenders? I'm not even going to lie to you. Atlanta, Phoenix, up until this point, there's still more time to go to make a decision. But Atlanta, Phoenix, and Seattle are all looking good. They all looking like their teams is trying to knock off one of those, one of those top teams. So I just want to give those teams some shout out for playing good basketball, right? They playing good. Phoenix is playing good basketball. Seattle is playing good basketball in Atlanta, but the jury is still out. We still need to watch them to see if anything changes. But right now, they playing good basketball. I gotta give them credit. Arike Fast says Arike will piss Angel off. Nah, I don't think so. Here's why I don't think so. Before I get to you, though, my brother Nate sent me a super chat. I didn't even know it was a super chat name. My bad. I would have got to it right away. He says, keep the content coming, brother. You already know that. Shout out to Nate for the $2 super chat. If y'all don't know, Nate is a part of the team. Nate is a part of the prospective team. So, you know what I mean? We haven't done our WNBA weekly in a while, but that's typically what we would do on Sundays. And Nate is a big part of that. So Nate is my brother. Nate's supposed to have his channel up and running soon. I don't know what's taking him so long to get the channel up and running. And my late with, it's supposed to be late with Nate, in my opinion. So he supposed to be, for you guys who still like content after 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, that's when Nate supposed to be holding down. So I don't know what's going on with Nate. Is an open slot there for Nate. He need to get on it. This is your commercial. This is your commercial for your channel, Nate. So get it going, Nate. But shout out to Nate for the $2 super chat. Arike, I don't think Arike will piss off Angel, and here's why. And I said this already. Sometimes when you play basketball, it ain't difficult. I tell people all the time, these other channels and these other people people on these panels is gonna try to make basketball sound so complicated to y'all. It's not. Basketball is very simple, right? Angel Reese is a glass cleaner. You understand? Arike is a volume shooter. They go hand in hand if you think about it. Angel needs somebody who wants to put the ball up at a high rate. And the ones that go in, Angel's gonna celebrate with her team. The ones that miss, Angel's gonna go get that and put it back. Arike is a perfect player for Angel. They go hand in hand. So again, I know a lot of people like to look at Arike and only focus on her flaws. I look at Arike and I see what she can do for me. Marcus says we can't afford to get rid of Miller. I'm not on a get rid of Miller train. I just understand that if they're gonna get rid of one of them, she's more likely gonna be the one they get rid of. Logically. Now again, I don't know because they've done things that I ain't think they was gonna do before. So I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that if they do get rid of one, it's gonna be her first. And it's only because she's not living up to her potential. Like at least with Angel, you could say Angel hasn't reached her ceiling yet, but she definitely, you can see the growth. You can see her living up to her potential. You can see the growth. With Camilla, it's like, where's the growth? You get what I'm saying? Where's the growth? And don't get it twisted. Camilla has a ceiling that if she reach it, I think she a top 5 center in this league. Let's be clear. But Patricia Burton says, hey, Brooklyn chat. What's good, Patricia? What's good? Welcome back, Patricia. Welcome back. New guy says, oh, hell nah, not Doso. Doso. I don't get it. Cardoso. Oh, not Cardoso. You saying don't get rid of her? I feel you. I'm not saying get rid of her. I'm definitely not saying that. But I'm saying that that's just going to be if they do make a trade, that's going to be the piece. It's nothing else. It's either going to be Cardoso or Angel, right? There's nothing else that's attractive on this roster. Donna Cox says, Patricia, how you? Tay says, that would be terrible. We need to go get the guard. Indy, just let go. Some Euro players and live with what we have currently. Quit trying to skip the rebuild line. So here's what I say about that, Tay. I agree with you. But we understand who our GM is. And he has a different plan. So if it was up to me, we would be building young, but it's not up to me, and they want to win now. So because they want to win now, I can't go with my heart. I gotta go with my head. Pause. I gotta go with what they want to do. Right. That's one. Two, we can't go get the guard from Indy, and here's why. In order for us to get the guard from Indy, we would have to have a 9-player roster. We had 12 players. 2 of them is hurt, right? So that means we have 10 players left on the roster. Because of those 10 players left on the roster, we're not eligible for a hardship contract. In order for us to be eligible for a hardship contract, 2 things have to happen. 1, another player has to get hurt. That'll put us at 3 injured players, and that'll bring our roster down to 9 players. And then we're eligible for a hardship contract, and then we could go get the guard from Indy. Or 2, we got to cut one of our non-guaranteed players, which is Camilla, Angel, HVL, Maddie Westbell, and I'm not sure if anybody else is non-guaranteed. But we have to cut one of those 4 to bring our roster down to 9. And then we'll be eligible for a hardship. So those are the only 2 ways we could get the guard from Indy. So outside of a trade, I doubt they cutting anybody. And obviously you're not going to wish for nobody else to get hurt. we can't go get the guard from Indy. And the guard from Indy name is Ari McDonald. Let me put some respect on her name. Her name is Ari McDonald. Shout out to her. Yeah. And that's that. Patricia Burton says, Donna, I'm good and you? She said, I'm good and you. I'm good and you. Danielle says Arike got it bad too with the pushing off. Okay, I haven't seen her doing it, but if she do that too, it's like that's one thing that's a pet peeve of mine that players do. I hate when they do that. Michaela defense was on point. That's Michaela defense. Michaela definitely locked up today. And Tyler Marsh giving him credit, focused on defense today. Like you know. Skull says Angel gonna be an all-star. We will see. Tay says her first game was actually good. But Angel not score every all-star. Not a scorer. Angel's not a scorer. Angel is a scorer actually. Angel needs the two things. She needs to trust her jump shot, and she needs to stop trying to let the refs bail her out. Meaning, she does get fouled, and they're not calling it, but you can't rely on the refs because they're not going to call it sometimes. So what Angel need to do is practice finishing through the contact and just live with it. Live with it if they call it, and live with it if they don't. So once she trusts her jump shot, number one, and then number two, once she learns how to score through the contact, her numbers will go up. But right now, she's not getting every call. So she could go up and get fouled, and she'll miss, and that's it. She'll just miss. They're not going to call it. Or she'll go up and get blocked, and that affects her field goal percentage because she went up and get blocked, and she didn't have a pump fake, which she need to add. She doesn't have pivots yet. She just goes straight up. Right now, she just go up and strong. That's what she does. But once she fixes those things, which is fixable, she'll be more of a scorer. Yeah, that's fact. She can score. Voted Angel and Kiki. Marcus says, please trade Maddie. How does she even make the roster? How did she? I mean, Maddie is not a bad player. Why would you, give her some, listen, Tyler don't like playing young players. It is what it is, but see what she could do before you get rid of her. The vote. In fact, let me go back to that. I said this on my last pod, but I'm gonna say it again. I was right, and Nate, you in the chat, you noticed because we was having this discussion, me and you, and and some other people as well. But I said that. Oh, it was Mo 3. It was me, Mo 3, and Nate. Listen, y'all know I said that we don't need a backup 4. I said that. I said they need to go get a guard. I said I think that's more important. I said I feel like they're gonna play Michaela anyway at the backup 4. I said much more of a need is a guard or a point guard or a shooting guard, somebody like that. And now look at it. Look at the area we weak at. And they went and got the backup 4 and they don't play her. So I was right in saying that I would have got another guard opposed to picking Maddie. I would have got another guard. The voting for All-Stars is 50% fan, 25% media, 25% players. And so that is why Angel can still be an All-Star. That's a fact. Nate says, I'll jump on in 20 minutes. I sent a super chat. Hey, I got the super chat. I read it. I appreciate you, brother. That's good. Brad says, Paige is an All-Star. I never said Paige isn't an All-Star. Don't do that. Let's not misconstrue my words. What I said was I reward winning. So I said I made sure the Liberty players got All-Star vote for me. I said Paige I wanted to vote for. But I said the fact that she's on a 1-11 team is the only reason why I didn't. And I even said I don't even think Paige is the reason that team is 1 of 11. I just think it's a bad roster. So Paige talent, I said, is definitely All-Star level of talent. But I also got to take into account the team that you won. So the team that's winning with great production, I got to give those players first priority. Case in point, last year when Angel became an All-Star, Angel team was in the playoff race. So, like, for instance, the Valkyrie, I wouldn't be mad if somebody put Janelle Salon or somebody like that as an All-Star because of the way they're playing right now. If the playoffs started today, the Valkyrie would be in the playoffs. So, but I definitely think Paige is an All-Star. But I want to see her team turning around. Yeah, I don't know, Donna. Donna says Tyler, for some reason, just won't give Maddie a chance to show her skills. Yeah. And look at HVL, and I'm hoping this propel HVL into more good games. But HVL was struggling up until now. And now she has a good game, and now we can see, like, a future for her. Maddie needs the same thing. Maddie needs a good game. She needs to be able to play and be able to have a good game and build her confidence and see what she can do with Angel, especially with Angel passing the way she is now. Ain't gonna do nothing but space the floor for Angel. So, you gotta trust your rookies, man. Real Money says, you think Mitchell and Boston going back to the All? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. They probably gonna have all three of them back. Rightfully so. Aaliyah Boston, to me, is playing great this year. I think she's 70% from the field or something like that. If one doesn't go, it's gonna be Kelsey Mitchell, I think. But I think all three of them goes. So. Hot Boy Coleon says, I will trade you, Arike, for Camilla and a pick. And I'll throw in the bag Tierra McCowan for you. That's what I thought they was gonna do. I thought they was gonna do a trade like that. Now that Tierra is suspended, I don't know how that works. Because Tierra's overseas, so I don't think Chicago is gonna accept Tierra. Tierra's not. Tierra went overseas to play. She got suspended by the Wings because she left without the proper permission. So I don't think Chicago is gonna take her in the trade if she's not gonna be here. Now, with them getting that big, because another player I was thinking that'd be smart for Chicago to trade for was Lee Yarou. So maybe Lee Yarou is in that trade now, and that makes sense for Chicago because Lee Yarou could shoot the three. She could always face the floor. Now, the problem with Lee Yarou is I don't know how well she plays defense. So I don't know how well she's going to help us on that end. But on the offensive end, I think she fit next to Angel because I think if you trade Camilla and you give up on that experiment of Angel and Camilla, you need a stretch five or a stretch four next to Angel. So Leah Rue is actually interesting to me because of how well she shoot the three. Now again, I gotta see if she can actually protect the rim. I don't know, but she could definitely shoot the three. Fast says if Jeff give Michaela and Camilla to Dallas, that trade, that would be a bad trade. I will stop being a Chicago Sky fan. So that means you're gonna start being a Dallas fan. You want to start rocking with Dallas, Fast? That's not a bad team though. You listen. That's not a bad team for real. You have Paige at the 1. You have Dejanay at the 2. Michaela at the 3. I like Maddie. Right now they're not starting Maddie, but I like Maddie at the 4. Actually, no, I'm not mad at Maisha Hallinons. You got Maisha Hallinons at the 4. And then you'll have Camilla at the 5. Or that German center. Either Camilla or that German center at the 5. That German center, I think, plays well too because she can shoot the 3 as well. Hot Boy Coleon says Mitchell and Boston most likely will make the All-Star team because the large Caitlin Clark fan base Well, she would be number. Yeah, that's a fact. Caitlin Clark fan base probably will affect Mitchell and Boston. That's a Snapple tie. That's a good point. Boy. Miss Goody Two Shoes says, shout out to Satu Sabali. Yeah, Satu had a good game today. Definitely. Let's put her back on the screen. Satu had a good game. Shout out to Satu. Fast says no Arike to Chicago. Hey, heard you. Fast says I agree. Oh, Big Girl says I agree. No Arike to, I guess she's saying to Chicago. She said no Arike to Dallas, but I think she's saying no Arike to Chicago. Paige says after watching the game, I agree we might need Arike, but Brooklyn, do you think she can play with Ariel? I think so. Another thing I just said recently on my brother's Coach Marcus's podcast, he asked me about Ariel. He said, why? He said, should I want more from Ariel? And I said, yes and no. And the reason why I said that is because Ariel is an all-star level player. She's a great player, but she's not an alpha. You've seen it today, right? She scored her points, but she didn't have big numbers. Whereas somebody like Arike is going out trying to have 28, 30. So to me, Arike and Ariel play well for each other because Ariel just want to come out and play solid. She don't care about taking over the game. Whereas Arike will try to take over the game for you. So I think they're both, again, Arike, Ariel, Angel, I think they all fit perfectly. Now I could be wrong. I'm not, listen, guys, this is just my opinion. This is just my perspective. You guys have y'all's. Y'all don't think it'll work. I have mine. I think it'll work. Right? It's just my perspective. It's just how I do the game. I look at Arike's play style. I look at what she does. Yes, she could be streaky at times. Yes, she could miss shots at times. Yes, she could come off like a ball hog or selfish at times. That's the negative. Right? I get those things are there. But she also could go off for you, is unstoppable, got a jump shot that she could get off anytime, and when she's on, when she's hot, she hot, and can't nobody do nothing about it. That's also a fact. And she could also win a game for you. Not only can she win a game for you, when she's on and she's hot and she's locked in and she has the right coach, right, the right system, I think she could win a series for you. I think she's that good.